now. So welcome to Carter's Corner Pocket. Where we feel the rocket today. Fucking GameStop. You know what it is, man. I've been ripping packs. I've been getting lucky. I'm going straight off to my power packs. Don't get it wrong. Like I've been getting things that are like $60, $70. This right here, but I mean I am lucky. Looking at everything that everyone else is getting, I'm so lucky. I got my favorite card of all time. But I mean I had the English one back in the day, but I'm cool with the Japanese one. I have no problem with the Japanese. 1996, the original from when Pokemon came out, Blastoise PSA 9. I wish I would get it sent to me, get it regraded, but you can see the borders off right over here. But that's cool with me. I'll take the 9. It's about a $300, $250 to $300 card. But this is really my favorite card, and that's how collecting should be. It should just be your favorite stuff. And I hate the way pack rippers just open up packs, go through them, toss cards to the side like they're junk. I hate that whole mentality. But I got some fire up in here. Take a look at this. Pokemon PSA 9, Van Gogh Pikachu over here. PSA 9, it's at 456 card ladder value. I'm keeping that one. My PSA 10, you already know, it's over $1,000 right here. Check it out. Looking good. It's $1,200 right now. The offer PSA has gone up over $1,000. It's always hovered around 900. But I'm keeping that thing. So what else do I have? I got some absolute bangers over here. Take a look at this. This Charizard. Full art Charizard V-Star. This is such an awesome card. Look at Charizard like flying up, blasting Mewtwo. There's that Diglett over there. There's a bunch of cool things going on. Venonat. But like I love this perspective in this card. This is such a nice card. Pulled off a $100 power pack. And I like how GameStop automatically adds your cost basis in there automatically, so you don't have to do it. Because when it first came out, you had to enter it in yourself, but at one point it just changed and started doing it by itself. This one's pretty cool. It's a McDonald's. I've never been a fan of like McDonald's cards and stuff, but this is a Charmander PSA 10. Holograph? Why would I not keep it, right? I mean, it's $85 value. I pulled it off a $100 pack, but it's something that maybe I'll just keep around. Maybe I'll keep them around, But all of these things, they're going to, I slipped up. I showed my son the video, me pulling the Blastoise. And in the end, I was like, all of these are going to my son anyways. And he heard that. And then my daughter heard that. So I'm like, okay, you can have the Charizard. Like last night, they were like sectioning off, going through the collection, like figuring out which one is which, whose is who. He's like, I just want the Charizards. I was like, you can't, like, basically like raiding my grave, right? Or what all my assets before I'm even dead. He doesn't even know I have this Charizard right here. I've got absolute fire thanks to GameStop. I feel like some accounts, maybe it's just the timing that I do these rips. Yesterday I did it at work, like before my lunch break. I did it at work over there, and whenever I do it, I always do gold packs. I never do 50. I know I was looking at Morant's. He was talking about the best chances are 50 silver packs. I'll never do the starter packs. The best chances are silver packs, right? Starter packs I do for my kids, like sometimes, but I've not really had luck with that. But the gold packs, I've been scoring like good with it. Take a look. Yeah, so here, $159 like Charizard. All of my Charizards are PSA 10. I don't have one. There's this one right here. PSA 10. Charmander, PSA 10. Look at this. Sword and Shield, Radiant Charizard, PSA 10. It says $60. I don't care. I know this thing's going to be worth a lot more later on down the line. What else is there? This Leafeon's my daughter's. This Charizard's mine. This is the $500 card I pulled. I did one, what is it? It's a platinum pack. I did one, and I got this. 510, but if you look, just like 3 weeks ago, it sold for $650 on eBay. Generally, they sell around $590, $600. So I'm good with this. This is another one. I have to look at the population again, because like yesterday, Morantz was talking about like these cards. I'll just sell them. It got me thinking, like, should I sell this one? Because really, I like to keep Charizards, all the ones, because I'm like Pokemon collector back in the day. I haven't kept up with it as of recent. Now I'm getting back into it, and because my kids are into it, I'm getting back into it, but I'm already dominating the collection over here compared to him. But what's funny is like the things that adults care about that collect Pokemon cards. Kids don't even give a damn. You know, I don't even know whose this is. Is this my son's? Mine. I think this Leafeon is mine. Yeah, my daughter got the Japanese. My son got this Mew. This is my Bubble Mew. You know, it's like 600 something dollars right now. I got it out $100 pack. The value was at 385 initially. Articuno, just some bangers. Like this is one I'll never sell. I don't even care what the value is. It's been over $100. It went to like 120, down back to 80, but I'm never selling that. You know, my home team. Um, what else, man? A bunch of Pikachus. So yeah, I'm never selling a PSA 10 of a Pikachu, PSA 10 of a Charizard, Blastoise, whatever. That's my favorite character. These Grail ones, I'm not selling those. Yeah, so that's basically it. Just cards that I like. Cards that I like. I love this card. I don't know why. Just because it's a different looking card, you know? The Venusaur card. But other than that, Snorlax, because he's lazy. Like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to be. I want to be like Snorlax, but my family never allows me to. I was about to go live around, like, an hour ago. What did GameStop close at? I don't even know, but I'm going to guess it's under 20. What are we even at? 22.50 because Max Payne. You know, the casino, the way options work. 22.43. There you go. So what are we looking at with GameStop? We're coming to an inflection point with GameStop. I drew this demand zone, and the demand zone is drawn generally off a large wick up or down, and it's confirmed by retapping it. So I forgot if it was on the daily, probably. I drew it off of, yes. I don't know. Maybe it's the weekly. Okay, it was the weekly. It was this candle right over here. Large candle down, and this is where we stopped our downward momentum. We've come back, retouched it over here, retouched it on the top, retouched it on the top again. So now we're just hovering above it. But while we're hovering, we're on the support line, going upwards and to the right, as Moran's Rant says. You know, up and to the right. We're chilling over here. We're just like, all right, when is this going to happen? And we're at an inflection point when earnings is coming up. And the earnings, yeah, Bitcoin is down 108,000. I guess we're getting closer to our cost basis. So unrealized gains, it'll probably be a minimal posting, but we're still going to be profitable. We're still going to be in the positive. And revenue, I don't know. How much time is the power packs? We're going to look into the power packs and how much revenue margins we get with every single sale. With most sales, I mean, not me, because I'm taking them for a run. But I think like Corey, GME Corey, all the stuff he's losing on, I'm getting all the hits. You know, it's just working itself out. Life is balancing itself. You know, I do positive things in life, and look at my account, man. Look at my collection growing. You know, I don't know. That dude just sits at home, streams all day. Is he doing good for his community? I don't know. Maybe he's serving people with food or something, door dashing. Not to slight anyone door dashing, but that sounds like a horrible job, and the margins sound horrible. Also, Instacart as well, because I had a friend Instacarting, and he told me how much he's getting paid. I'm like, dude, do you factor in gas, mileage? Guy's getting paid like $10 to go shopping for like 30 items, like 10 miles away. But over here in our area, you got to factor in a ton of traffic. And when you're doing that, because it could be rush hour, then you're just stuck wasting gas. So not worth it. So not worth it. So, what's up, Amber? In the chat. Let's go. Got you on my phone, Morant's on the TV. Look forward to the day when GameStop stock pops off. We can celebrate like 7210 Chicago Bulls. Oh yeah. I got those 7210 shoes too, by the way. I got two pairs. I wore one, but I need to break them out. Betty champagne overheads. Did it. Yeah, this is a lifelong thing for me. It's a grind. It's not even a grind. It's easy. It's so easy to invest in GameStop, and that's the thing. Look at this. Look at this. We're at an inflection point. Where are you going to take it out? Down here? Okay. So we can continue to buy and accumulate. Like, there's no negative to this investment, right? Especially if you dollar cost average. Yahoo Finance today was talking about dollar cost averaging being the best way. You can just set it, forget it, invest slowly over time, go enjoy your life with your family. Like, that's how I feel with GameStop. Continuously buy. I support the company. I'm always up in GameStop. My daughter's CrossFit class, I made sure it's by a GameStop. So whenever I take her, my wife will watch her, and I'll take my son. We'll go hop over to GameStop, see if they have anything good. Last time I didn't buy anything, which like took a ton of restraint. But generally, I do. I buy something. My son was okay with it. But yeah. So where do I see us going? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I just drew that line while we were live. 2240, because that's where a gap is. I don't know if we closed it or not, but honestly, gaps they're not our volume's only 4 million today. So earlier we were only at like 600,000 volume. Gaps need volume to basically be a strong gap. When you have light volume, the gaps aren't as strong. They're not like the price volume doesn't really have to come back to that time because there's not enough data to report the gap. But anyways, so look at where we are. Right to the gap. I drew this line right over here, right under 2240. 2241 is the gap. I expected us to come down here. And who knows, maybe Monday we'll come down, fill it, and then go back up because we have gaps to the upside. But in the end, like this is all for the short term because where are our gaps to? Only 23, right? We're here for much longer than that. We're not day traders, not even swing traders, not swingers like never mind, I'm not going to say his name. Anyways, but yeah, so that's where we're sitting right now. Multiple touch points over here at this gap. I expect us to come down. There is an open gap over here, 2240. So we almost made it down there. So I expect us Monday to come down, fill it, and go back up. But let's say we come down to the support line. Like where are we coming to? 2235. Like you can't push this thing much farther down. And if you do, like it's such an attractive investment, especially when people start seeing when you see the margins. I'm just gonna say it. I've been calculating different things, what people rip, what I rip, other than and when people like people's mannerisms, what they do when they rip it, all the people posting videos. I'm sure people can do it with my videos. But when people sell it back, we make about a 40% margin on average so far. It ranges. There'll be 35% margin, 40% margin on the card itself, on the sale of the card itself. But when you think about it, what human had to move to get that sale? Nothing. Like, what do you pay? It's an NFT back the digital is backing the digital image. Okay, proof of ownership. What gas fees? Minimal gas fees. Let's just say it's all covered under $5. You know, you're still making healthy margins. So where are we at? What have I been doing? Past few days, I've been doing a ton of stuff, chopping down trees, just a bunch of work around the house, work at my job, ripping packs, trying to support GameStop, trying to just make some content with promoting GameStop. I mean, I don't see it as a sin or a crime because it's my money. I'm just taking videos of what I'm doing and posting it, you know. But partner with Game. Let me see. What's Jay Crispy? You're all up in here. May 2024. GameStop partner with PSA. Start buying and selling PSA graded cards. July. Yeah, the timeline right here. And this is the thing. Like, I'm always on it. Every time GameStop does something good, it doesn't even have to be good, but every time GameStop does anything, the media is all over it. People are all over it. YouTubers saying this sucks, this is stupid, it'll be horrible, it's a disaster. The PSA grading, the dude Dr. Applesauce said it was a horrible idea. Well, how could you submit cards through GameStop? And now look, PSA is reaching over 1 million submissions, and you know it's thanks to GameStop. It's thanks to the large footprint across the country. I'm always up in GameStop. I'm always seeing people bring in their cards. Whenever I'm dropping off cards, picking up cards, people are over there submitting their cards, and we're just gathering inventory. And it's just like the power packs. The thing is, power packs is 24/7, and I'm good. It's not gambling. I mean, it's you need self control, but it's not gambling because you get assets back. But let's see. The $25 packs are the ones where we're gonna make all our money, guaranteed. Because if somebody gets $25, let's see. If somebody gets a $25 pack, and it's like worth $9, and we offer them like what $6-7 for that card, the margins on that are crazy. We'll go through it, but this is basically where we're at with GameStop. I love this video. It cannot be played. This has been open for so long. My account is still banned because of that OnlyFans person that hacked it, and I had to send a message to Reddit, but I can still browse. So let's go.
And so let's say you bought or whatever, it doesn't matter. You're tracking the story, and then when the stock does nothing like this, look at this. This was June, okay? Nothing, 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 nothing. Up a little bit, nothing. Down a little bit, nothing, 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 nothing. Up a little bit, nothing. Down a little bit, nothing, 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 nothing. Up a little bit, nothing. Down a little bit, nothing, nothing.
I'm not going to play the whole thing, but just as a reminder, like, you don't need the stock to take off to be confident in this. You know, where he was at was right over here when he was talking about that was during this dip right over here. He was showing this on his chart, and he's like up a little bit, nothing, down a little bit, nothing, up a little bit, nothing, and then he was still streaming, bullish as ever, talking about GameStop when it was down here in the cents range, over here 60 cents split adjusted, but bullish as ever. You can see the accumulation right here, the dip, accumulation, and take off. But yes, so we don't need it to reflect on the chart right now. You know, we don't need it. Like, this was great. Did we sell? Did Ryan Cohen sell? Hell no, because we know what's coming. Just look, zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out with anything in life. Take a look at this. Up, faded out. Up, faded out. And it's going to be up, faded out, and probably way up. You know, that's exactly how I see it happening. Where is it? What date is this? 2026. I'm not even going to predict that far, but Jim Cramer said it the hedge fund way in that classic video where he explains the manipulation and how they do it from back in the day. I'm sure that was late 90s, probably around 98, 99. He said, pop it up and fade it down over time to beleaguer basically the investor's mindset. But ours, we're different. We're cut from a different cloth. Our mind is so strong. We're so convicted in the stock. We know everything going on. Management has made it clear to us by paying them nothing. The dude, was it Daniel Moore that's getting a salary? He must have moved the gates or whatever, moved mountains to get that salary. Done something great and amazing. Probably with the closure of Germany, whatever, Germany, Canada, wherever else we close, Italy. Probably did something amazing to get that salary. But we're looking good. We're looking great. It's up, faded down, up, faded down. It's going to be up and faded down again and then up. And it's going to be undeniable. It's going to be absolutely undeniable when Power Packs hits. Hey, Crispy, like you said, Power Packs will show up this quarter. That's only the beta. So what I'm seeing is I've been looking into Arena Packs, Courtyard.io. People are trying to they're really in a rush to get their inventory up to keep afloat. I wouldn't say keep afloat like their business is going to go out of business. Maybe once GameStop takes over, because we've got all the cash to dominate. We've got the brand recognition. We've got everything behind us. We've got a physical storefront where people can go in and complain. Even if you can't do anything, you can go to the store and complain. But we also deliver customer service. Like, people, like, Power Packs is amazing. The business model is amazing. It works so smoothly. But every single day I remind myself, I'm like, we've got a whole nother business to run over there. Like, Ryan Cohen, he can walk and chew gum at the same time, you know? We're not just focused on one thing. While the rest of the world is focused on digital games and this and that, whatever, we're transitioning towards high-quality collectibles. I saw the Dark Knight Batman mask over there for like $110. It was like the full-size one, the really nice mask. A bunch of nice high-quality, high-margin collectibles, some specific to GameStop. We've got retro consoles cycling at my GameStop, personally. There's an N64 over there I wanted to buy for $65. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it easy. I'm not going to buy anything. I stepped away, came back like a few days later, gone. You know, we got some DSs up in there. But that's the thing. These are high-margin products. High margin is what we live for. That's what Ryan Cohen lives for. He was about to sell jewelry because of the margins. Then he was like, I don't have passion for it. I'm going to do Chewy. And then after Chewy, like, he knows who he is. At the age he took over being GameStop, he knows his personality, his traits. He knows he's a contrarian. He's found his footing with Chewy, and now that he's confident, he's been in the world, he's gonna run with GameStop. And only I feel truly, I feel like Ryan Cohen is one of a handful that did to GameStop, turned GameStop around like nobody else could do it, but a handful of people. And I don't even know if there's a handful of people that could do that up against private equity, up against high price consulting firms like BCG trying to tank your company. So yes, that's where we're at. Let me take a look. I had notes. The only notes I have for the economy is everything is pumped up. People think that it's just going to be a never-ending upward trajectory of the SPY. People are bullish, but wait till inflation prices keep hitting. The front loading is not over. The front loading of products by businesses, it's like still hasn't hit. I feel like the next 2 quarters is when it's really going to hit, and I think the rest of the 60% of the S&P 500 raised their quarterly earnings estimates for Q3. So I think they just raised it. I think it's going to hit at that time. But you can see over here, let me open up the MACD on the S&P 500. That is weekly. Let me go to the daily really quick. Because the daily is showing heavy divergence over here with the MACD and the SPY. You can see complete upward trajectory over here. Out upwards. I love just investing into GameStop, one company only, having nothing else in my portfolio but GameStop. It's just so easy. It's so easy to live life and know, like, as long as you do the research. Like, I'm at the point in life where I can just absolutely chill with my investment, just keep putting money into it over and over consistently. But look at this upward trajectory forming, and on the MACD, complete opposite, absolute opposite, downward trajectory. So when it hits, it'll hit one time, and it'll be a huge drop. So what will it be? It'll drop down to 600, I guess, from 650. I don't know, maybe lower. Who knows? I see the 600 level. There's support right over here. Could be down to here. But, yeah. So, I mean, consumer prices are still going up of products. Products are still going up. Jobless claims are rising because employers are not hiring. They don't want to hire. I guess they're utilizing AI for what actual humans do, but people forget this. Without humans, the world doesn't run, you know? And there's basic fundamentals to life that I'll never forget. Maybe people will forget it with AI and everything, but you need humans to run stuff, you know? And good luck. Good luck is all I say because I invest in GameStop. I don't need to worry about this. I don't need to worry about. So this rebound. I said three things. I'm still talking about it. Okay. The rebound from a bear market to all-time highs took only 57 days. It is the fastest recovery ever in history, ever recorded out of a bear market. The market, it's all carried by the Mag 7. 90% of the profits of the S&P 500 for Q2 came from hyperscalers, which were really the four companies. What was it? Amazon, Alphabet, NVIDIA, Meta. Those four are what really carried it, followed by IBM and Oracle. Those are smaller hyperscalers, but they're growing rapidly. So that's really what carried the S&P 500. And whenever anything is outweighted, I've noticed in life, growing up, just learning life experience. I take life as experiences to learn from. Because if you're not learning from what you're doing, like what are you even doing with your life? Life is like with anything. Life is like a pendulum. It swings one way and then it'll swing back the other way, and in the end, it'll balance itself out. So GameStop, it swings one way, it swings back the other. In the end, it'll balance itself out. The chart will work itself out. So this SPY that's overinflated, massively inflated by the Mag 7, by hyperscalers. Everyone thinks, oh, hyperscalers, let's just pour in all our money into data centers. Let's outbid each other. Like, this is just not a healthy mindset. It's not healthy for business in general, and the pendulum will swing the other way one time. Just like the dot-com bubble, everybody was thinking the exact same way. It's showing up on the charts massively on the daily with the SPY. Complete opposite, right? It's the complete opposite trajectory. And let me just look, see if anything else has happened over here from the last time, like anything similar. Okay, here you go. Opposite trajectory, going upwards, coming downwards. Look at this drop right over here. 545, triple topped, triple top, triple top, pull back. Here's the triple top, pull back. Triple top. We got another pullback coming. We'll see. We'll see. But this is absolute bearish divergence on the SPY, and I think it's coming down. But yeah, it's so overweighted. I always look at life with anything you do in life requires balance, patience. Those are the hardest things in life to handle. So just apply that to your life. You'll be good with anything. And zoom out whenever you got a problem. Zoom out. GameStop is not a problem, but let's just zoom out because that chart is amazing and bullish as ever. Giant pennant gonna break out, upwards trajectory. I'm just waiting for the RSI to come down a little bit more. And one other thing, what was I looking at? I was looking at something. I drew it on here. I don't know why it's not on here. But anyways, what I was looking at is this pattern right over here. I see repeating over and over again. I'm sure it's algorithmic trading, but this pattern right over here, you'll notice it if you pay attention and look. It's 3 humps up and 3 under, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we take off, right? It is occurring again and again and again through different cycles. I don't know where it is, so I'm not going to waste anybody's time doing it. It's somewhere around here. On different time frames, you'll notice that same pattern happening. I had the line. Maybe I deleted it, but whatever. Let's move it along. Here's courtyard.io. Let me get to the document I had because I just have my timestamps in it. Let's take a look. Courtyard.io CEO talking about how they make money. Correct one.
Even in like the repack realm, in the digital space, like talk to me a little bit about that.
Oh my God, there's a lot of difficulties.
Oh, it's kind of low.
I like to say that doing something like this is not as complicated to do. It's extremely hard to do at scale.
Yeah.
When you have to buy, we intake about like 5,000 to 7,000 cards a day. Imagine it's like the full room filled with cards. How do you scan them? How do you price them properly? How do you we do the right metadata? How do you provide like a good experience? And then we have $1,000 shipments a day. So there's a lot that comes with scale. And there's a lot that comes with like building the infrastructure to get it right.
Yeah.
And so even if you do everything the right way, there's always going to be doubter in terms of like, hey, people are so scared because they've seen so much scams overall.
Yeah.
That
especially the internet is an intimidating place.
Exactly. So gaining that trust has been like, it takes time.
Yeah.
And we've been continuously like doing the right decision and so on over and over, and always being transparent to get that trust and building that trust. And so it's great to see like people resonating with it and seeing the rewards from it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So, I mean, most of the content I've seen so far has been Pokemon, but at this show I've seen predominantly sports being rare.
I love it.
It's crazy. It's wild. How does that feel for you, for instance? To kind of just see like an entire not demographic, but yeah, essentially the entire demographic kind of get unlocked in one place.
I love it. It's like 90% of the people, so they have the choice at the booth to select like I want a Pokemon pack or I want a sports pack. And we thought it was going to be around like 50-50.
Yeah.
So we bought a lot of cards. We're giving away about like 1,000 cards a day.
Yeah.
And turns out like we run out like the second day we're gonna run out of sports cards, so we asked like people buying for us to be like, let's go buy all the cards at the show because we need more cards for the next day.
Yeah.
So last night like until 1 a.m. somebody was scanning cards at the hotel room. Like we were like doing turns to scan cards to be able to put them, because we do 3D models as well for those cards.
Yeah.
So that it looks cool on the screen and so on. So it's been exciting rush. Let's put it this way.
And I mean, like even the liquidity that you're providing to dealers, like right? Because like think about that. Like you guys ran out of cards, and so you had to immediately buy more cards. So that means that a lot of dealers were then provided liquidity.
It's interesting. We're one of the We're one of the. I believe we're at least top 2 or 3 biggest buyer in the world, just because we need so many cards. I mean, if you think about it, we sell 5 to 10,000 cards a day.
He said two things. He said 5 to 10,000 cards a day. What do you think GameStop is going to do once we're fully implemented, fully released? Nobody's going to Courtyard.io, and what I've been seeing is, other than me, because I've been hitting like bangers, but what I've been seeing for other people ripping, they've been hitting way better percentages than Courtyard.io and especially Arena Club, and just the Arena Club. I know GameStop's going to come in, dominate this whole market, and they're going to be gone. Arena Club's grading service. Who wants that? Like, who wants an Arena Club graded card out of a slab pack? It's PSA or nothing. Like, I don't want a CGC card. I don't want a SGC, Beckett. I don't want any of that. I only want PSA, and that's it. I don't care. I have gripes about the way PSA grades. Caitlin Clark, that's absolutely beautiful. I think I'm going to either regrade it. This joint. Look at the spacing on it. I don't even know if you can see. Like the centering, everything. I don't see anything. Even the corners are super sharp. I'm complaining about this card every single live stream. Corners are super sharp. I don't even know if you can see it. There's not even white. I don't know why the guy, he must have had a bad day, had a divorce that day or something, some court hearing. Gave me a 7. But I want PSA or nothing. Arena Club gives out maybe some PSA. They give out all of the other ones that nobody wants. Some people want it. I really don't. I really don't. All I want is PSA. If I see a card in another slab, it's basically I'm looking at the raw value. I'm not even looking at value to their grades. So Arena Club has their grading service. They give Arena Club graded cards along with all the others and some PSA, minimal PSA. But the other thing is, if you want to auction it, like our interface allows you to auction it straight to eBay. When people go look at values of cards, where do they look? Honestly, you go straight to eBay, sold items. You can list your cards straight to eBay through the app, less than a minute. I've shown it. You know, Arena Club, when you want to auction your card off, it's in Arena Club's auction site. They have their own auction, like warehouse, website, whatever, auction system. Who the hell wants to auction off a card on Arena Club? So that's out of the way. And they run out of cards a lot. They run out of inventory. GameStop, people bring their cards to GameStop, you know, to grade and sell it back to GameStop. So if we start offering a little bit higher prices, more prices for members, like I'm not telling them how to run the business, but incentives for pros. These guys, they come in and they want to buy cards from the dealers at 95%. You know why? They want to make money on the fees. Just like hedge funds make money on the fees, the 6% fees, it's awesome. But here we go. I'll continue playing it. 5 to 10,000 cards a day for Courtyard. They can't handle that scale. They cannot handle it. We can, because we have a mastermind up at the top. We're going to be ready before we ever do anything. Jay Crispy, what's up? Because I can. You know, like you said, throughout the you were showing the timeline of PSA. The thing is, PSA, like I was saying earlier, whenever we roll something out, someone's like, "That's not going to work. That's stupid." They only got like 1,000 cards. We grew that thing over time. We kept improving it over time. It doesn't seem like too many improvements, but just minimal tweaks because the stuff that we put out is well thought out. There's no glitches. There's no errors. It's looking great. People have gripes about, oh, I submitted cards to GameStop. It's not showing up. That's not our fault. That's PSA being backed up. PSA were run by Ryan Cohen, it would be running smoothly. They'd be grading a way faster rate. It'd be tracked the whole way. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Even if we do like some of the buybacks and so on, there's so many cards, and we are very simple. The way we buy it is 90% of the market value, and we don't buy it more because otherwise we don't make money.
Yes.
So we buy it at 90, we don't negotiate. Here's the price, take it or leave it. We just buy it at 90. and sell it back at 100.
No
And so
negotiating.
there's no negotiation because we don't have time. We scale so much that, and that's why people like to work with us on this. Like some people sourcing for us, they can buy a great deal, buy the card at like, I don't know, 50% of the market, 60%. I don't care. We just buy it at 90%, sell it at 100. And that's how we make money.
That is incredible. If there's one thing that you want the people to know about your company, and
one other thing, he said he's about the second or third largest buyer in the world, Courtyard.io, and they can't keep their inventory up to keep this thing running. I mean, they're running, right? But he's talking about how the struggle is there. When we release this thing full time, Ryan Cohen is going to make sure that there's inventory. He's gonna cross his T's, dot his I's, make sure everything is running smoothly, make sure we have a full inventory backing this. Like I said, who wants to go and auction their card off on Arena Club's or Arena Pack? It's Arena Club's auction site. Nobody. You want to go to eBay. We have eBay. We have PSA. Strictly. We have the heavy hitters, the number one of everything. And if you think we're going to come in number two versus Courtyard or Courtyard or Arena Packs, you got another thing coming. I know these guys are shaking in their boots unless they're thinking about selling everything to GameStop. You know, acquiring these companies would just take all their inventory, all their PSA inventory. But I would be. Think of your competitor being Ryan Cohen, right? That would be nuts.
Maybe even you specifically, like what would that be?
I think we are constantly innovating. We're trying to do new things, and there's a lot of company that are like following what is clearly working. So there's a lot of company on that. But it's interesting because they're following whatever has been launched. We're already thinking 5 steps ahead on what's going to be new. And at the end of the day, all we do is provide value for the users. So we're looking to provide more value for the users, and we're always there. So if you have any question, everyone will always be willing to like talk to you and so on. If something is not right, we'll make it right. And that's kind of like the value I want to put for the company. And it's the core value we have. And I believe that if you give to people, the company will grow and be successful in that. Like that's kind of like the way we're thinking about it. If I don't like what I have, let me sell it. One click of a button. Also, we want to do the marketplace. We're going to invest a lot on the marketplace. It's a 0% fee marketplace. It's like Facebook. And so because it's 0%, we're going to make it way more social. The way it should be, in my opinion. Like Facebook Marketplace.
Communication,
Exactly. So you're going to see a lot of innovation. We're moving very fast. We have an incredible team. All the work is, I don't take credit for it. It's all about the team there. And so I'm really excited for that.
Man, I had an incredible time sitting down with you. I really appreciate you taking the time. I know that you guys are super busy, so pulling you away for 15 minutes.
We launched an app for the National in 1.5 months. We knew we were going to have the booth probably like 2 months ago. So there's been a lot. And so I focused the team. I was like, we need to get the app live. We need to get it live for the National. And so that's been like a huge milestone to get there in such a short time. We have so many features, like gamified features. We're launching new categories. There's some points where you're going to be able to buy like, you want a bottle of wine on Courtyard? Spend $100. You don't like the wines, it's a Chardonnay. You don't like Chardonnay, sell it at 90%. You want coins, it's going to be anything. You want art, as long as you know like, hey, I want to discover something new that I like. I would have maybe never bought it, but I know if I spend $100, I'm going to get $100 value on average. And if I don't like what I have, let me sell it. One click of a button.
That's it. You hear what he's saying? He's saying if a bottle of wine, if we sell wine, he's already thinking of something else to do because GameStop's going to come and dominate his whole business. Everything. He had a good run, right? He had a good run this year. He ramped up marketing spend, got $42 million revenue in February. Awesome. GameStop can project that thing way higher than that. 100 million a month. You know, I don't know, but the way Power Packs is looking great. We're going to move on from this video. But what he's saying, it can be art, it can be wine. Do you know why? Because that's NFTs backing it. NFTs can be absolutely anything. It just shows ownership of it. It can be real estate. It can be a government ID. It can be a passport. It just proves ownership on the blockchain. And that's all it is. Once it's sold, once someone wants it shipped to them, NFT is destroyed. The physical card goes to the person. The bottle of wine goes to the person. So this can extrapolate to many, many different things. And let's go to Arena Clubs. See. one I want to look at? This guy.
So I noticed walking around.
Bass.
So now I understand why we only sell Pokemon cards and football cards right now for the beta. We can expand. But right now the reason is because football cards are hard to get. We have a ton of football cards.
Basketball is okay. It's more difficult for us to source than baseball.
Yeah.
But we can get more basketball and keep it in stock. Football's been a challenge. Like our football aisle will get decimated. You know, the showcases will start to look real bare.
Yep.
And then we'll do a big refill. We'll go to shows. We'll buy big lots, buy dealer tables out, buy big collections, refill it all. And then it feels like it's all gone 2 or 3 days later, and you're back in the same boat again. It's been a hard year to buy football, and especially, you know, over the summer as you were working your way up to the football season starting.
Yep. Yeah, it's been fun. It's definitely been a challenge. We, you know, other repack company, people do mystery packs. Usually, at least from what I've heard of people who sell to them, the companies can be a bit picky, and so they'll get a sheet, maybe 1,000 cards, maybe they pick out only 500. For us, you know, we're really focused on mainly just making sure that the customer gets value, and so we're pretty easy when we do our buying. Essentially, what I tell people, sweet spot where bigger companies or repackers can pay an 85-90%, maybe higher than what a dealer can pay. But again, if the money's staying in the room, the money's going back to the dealers, then everyone's winning. It's when it gets into those 110, 120, things get a little crazy where all the cards are going to one spot, that it just kind of throws everything out of whack. But I'm a big believer that, you know, if whether you're a repacker, whether you're on Whatnot, you're a shop, you're a dealer, if the goal at the end of the day, obviously everyone's got to make money. I mean, that's just, you know, we've got to feed our families, you know, if this is our full-time job, all that. But that has to be priority one. Priority two has to be grow the hobby. And so if that is a strong priority too, we're all going to win, because if the ecosystem's working the right way, the money's going to be flowing around and everyone's going to be able to get their cut. Everyone's going to be able to get their percentage. It's just when things get so big or companies get so big, or you've got one table buying at a show at 120%, it just throws it out of whack. And so I do think there is a sweet spot. I don't know what that sweet spot is. I know different repack companies have talked about just having a standard of like, hey, look, this is what we're all going to pay because we all want everyone to succeed. There's enough cards for everyone. Like, I think that the National's a testament to that. Like, once we start getting into that kind of scarcity mindset, is when we start overpaying, and it's not a sustainable mindset. And so that's the kind of mindset I try and keep is, look, there's enough cards for everyone. There's enough cards for us to do our drops. There's enough cards for you to run a shop. There's enough cards for people to run their Whatnot. There's enough cards in the marketplace for everyone to really be successful if we're doing it the right way.
That's a loser mindset. GameStop is about to come in and take all your cards, bro. Get out of here. Ryan's the captain now. You know, there's enough cards for everybody. Let's all get together as repackers and fight big companies, right? Good luck fighting GameStop with the $9 billion in cash and then their new beta that has the top dogs of PSA, eBay, all of them. You know, all of them. Fluidity of the app, it's nuts. I don't know if anybody else is beta testing, but the app is so fluid. I've had no hiccups. All of my cards are there. When I sell a card on eBay or sell it back, it's so fluid, so flawless. It takes maybe 30 seconds for your sale to hit your Power Packs balance. Listing it on eBay, it's worth it. I mean, it's so easy. Arena Club's done as far as I'm concerned. Ryan Cohen has never stepped into anything saying we can all get along. No, he's cutthroat when it comes to business. He goes for the top, number one. That's where we're headed. That's where he's looking. He's not looking to come in second. He's not looking to meet up with other repackers and say this is the standard that we're going to set for what we're going to purchase. No, I'm gonna show you what's going down. The reason why we're going to make a ton of money is because of this. Chat real quick. Instead of 929 million, actually 2 million buyers per month. Moderate. Yeah, you can easily factor this out. I was thinking about that earlier. I should go through it. Because the margins here, this is what the margins I was looking at. I'm just going to do one.
Bro, we got absolutely wrecked. We got wrecked. No! We got wrecked, bro. Oh, man, we got absolutely wrecked. Oh, man, bro. That was worst case scenario, right?
So 668 is what he sold it back for, right? And he spent $1,000, okay? So we bought that card from him for $668, right? So we got 1,000, and that's a 668 is including our 6% fee. So let's see, 668. Okay, cool. We're at 332. That's a 33% margin on that card alone.
Right there. That was worst case scenario. We got.
And the thing is, it's not even moving. What human had to touch that card to make the sale? It was done instantly. Like I said, there's only maybe a few gas fees on the back end, which we'll cover.
Absolutely.
Instead of 33.2% margin, let's make it 33.
Slaughtered, bro.
Easy money. Easy money. And I think yesterday Moranson mentioned, he's like, that's 100% profit. He's right. All of that's just made free in an instant, electronically. Like, look at this card right here.
See, I didn't even want to research.
All of our, I'm telling you right now, all of our money is going to be made off these starter packs. Because the people coming in, they're like, okay, I want to rip a pack. I don't want to spend 50. I don't want to spend 100. Definitely not spending 500 or 1,000. So they're going to come in, rip starter packs, because they want to ease their way in. Take a look at the margins over here.
Last sold was 840. Oh, that's bad, bro. That's bad. See, I didn't even want to research it. I was disappointed in that poll. See, Galarian, Zapdos, PSA 9. Oh, that's a sick card. What?
$6. Offer is $5.40. So like, he's been getting all the bad luck, and I've been getting all the good luck. I think that's just the way the world's balancing itself out. The pendulum. So let's see, $5.40 for this card. We paid, let's just say, what is it, $14.60, right? So $14.60 profit. 58% margins. Am I getting that right? There's no way. No way. 540? Yeah, that's crazy. So the margins range from like 30, and it settles to about 40% for each sale of each card. So we're selling these cards $25, buying them back at $5.40. All those margins, all the little tiny microtransactions that are going to go on with the $25 cards is where we're going to make all the money. Because that's where beginners, people that'll even come in one-time use, we just sweep up the margin, and then we got all the other business going on in the back end. On the back end, I mean, all the physical stores, everything going on over there. We still have our PSA marketplace, which I haven't even seen where we're at. We have people like Michael Packer over here, consistently saying Ryan Cohen has no idea what's going on, but like, this is the game changer right here. I don't want to waste my time with Michael Packer. I'm not even wasting my time to watch an ad. Look at this guy.
I have an inherent dislike for Michael Pachter. All my life, I've hated bullshit. And in this industry, the top producer of this substance is Michael Pachter. Analyst for Wedbush Securities, frequent guest host of Game Trailer's Bonus Round, and the star of his own show, Pack Attack. All around the world, people watch him answer questions with impossibly wrong data, bad opinions, and incredible bias. But that's not my criticism, that's his own. Pachter has admitted he's a terrible analyst who only gets things right about 2% of the time, which I do believe is being generous.
Who is this guy? What the hell does he know? He knows nothing about games. Why does anybody care? All true.
Now, being a terrible analyst in and of itself isn't my problem with Mr. Pachter. I do admit I'm jealous of his job. If I could get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for spouting bullshit everywhere I go and somehow earn the admiration of thousands of people, of course I would love my job. I would thank God every day that a talentless hack like myself somehow lucked out enough in the random nature of life to achieve this miraculous position in the universe. I would be the happiest person alive. Wouldn't you? My problem with Michael Pachter is simple. He won't shut up. He loves being in the limelight, no doubt to promote himself and his business, but I can't think of a single other analyst in this industry that gets half as much exposure as Pachter. He's a greedy fame whore who thinks this is Hollywood. But even then, I don't see anyone paying much attention.
Yo, this joint is just so funny. I mean, I'm not. It's only 4 minutes, but it's so funny. This is 12 years ago. Has nothing to do with GameStop. The guy just hates my compactor for the same reasons we do. You know, he's always wrong. That's because he's paid. He's navigated in a certain way. He'll never say he's short GameStop, but he's always after GameStop.
Is he floats stock, and these idiots buy it.
Always attacking GameStop investors. And there's Tony Dinner. I'm not wasting time over here, man. It's Friday. Got things to do. Here's Tony De Niro's cage for Scarlett, whatever the name is. I don't think he's actually building these chicken coops for chickens. Maybe they're
Hey,
for
this
humans.
is Tony with Lone Star Coops, and today we're going to be talking about the Chicken Guard self-locking automatic chicken door.
Lone Star Coop.
For getting a
Yo, you want to see something freaky? This guy does not blink. Watch this.
automatic chicken door mainly is going to come down to convenience and safety. Convenience in the morning, you don't have to worry about waking up to let them out of the coop. And at night, there is safety. They'll be securely locked in their coop, and you won't have to worry about forgetting whether or not you locked the door.
Imagine making this as a video for your business. I just can't comprehend all the shit. You could even set it up on a tree, a chair, stack some boxes on top of a chair, set up your camera or anything. You're just shaking, looking into the camera, no expressions, just stone cold eyes. Like, I'm sure he stores humans in that coop.
Out there, and no matter which one.
And that's the feeding hole right there. But moving on from Tony De Niro. I got I was reading the chat. Great find, doing great work. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm always looking at GameStop stuff. I wish I could stream twice a week. In the meantime, I've been doing power pack pulls, stuff like that. Trying to post some videos, just trying to promote GameStop in the best way I can. Show how great the Power Packs app is. And if people are doing that right now, imagine when it's fully released. It's going to be nuts. Like, it's going to be a whole nother animal. Vampire Dracul, I hope I said it right, man. Thank you. I see your videos. You always posting Ryan Cohen's interviews and everything. Always helpful for me to reference. That's putting in work, for the company, for the stop. Good job, man. Welcome over here. Pulled a banger card, PSA 10, 2009 Soul Silver First Edition, Reverse Hollow 69. Nice. What pack was that out of? Was it out of what was that out of? What did that come out of? How much is that worth? I'm not really sure. I'm old school. I know all the newer Pokemon. I only know because of my son. I know all the older stuff. But yeah, my cards are looking good. My collection is good. Like, it's getting really long. I don't even know how much. And this dude was clowning on me because of this card. I pulled out a $100 pack. This is a nice card. But yeah, I mean, I'm growing my collection. I got a ton of PSA 10 Charizards, Mews, both Pikachus. I'm loving this. This isn't even my favorite card, honestly. It's just the most valuable. My Blastoise is my favorite. I was so happy in the video when I got it. I was recording it when I was at work, and like, people were coming in. I was like, I had to keep it low. I couldn't scream or talk loud or anything, so like, the voice is a little quiet, but whatever. What a banger. Original 1996. My son thinks it's his. I'm gonna put it in my will. Bury this in my coffin. Burn it with me. One or the other. I don't know how I'm going out. But yeah. I see the media, news articles, trying to talk about GameStop, stock prediction for the week, earnings, all of that. And I don't care, man. We keep accumulating over time. Yahoo was talking about dollar cost averaging being the best because it's the best to relax your mind. I've maybe he's watching, maybe he will watch. There's someone in my family, like, it's a family friend, right? He's young, maybe he's about like 20, 21. He's probably 20 years old. He's swing trading, day trading. He had to go out. He had, like, I forgot what it was, maybe $2,000 on the line for profit or something, and his girlfriend had called him. It's always a woman, right? It's always a woman that's gonna do it to you. His girlfriend had called him or something along those lines. He had to do something with his girlfriend, and then he came back, checked his phone, and that $2,000 profit was wiped out, and he was in the negative. just because he has to be glued to a freaking screen the whole day. If anything, my job, I want to get as far away from the screen as possible. And here I am streaming, right, live streaming, but it's only for GameStop. But I don't want to live a life like that, right? I don't want to live a life where I have to be glued to a screen, tracking gaps, tracking like trends, and then always being stressed out if it doesn't go your way. No, I'm just dollar cost average GameStop. Make it the easiest. I'm not even going to do cover calls, no wheel strategies, none of that. Because I'm good with my cost base average. We're right at my cost base average right now. I don't know the exact. I think it's like 22.61 right now, my cost base average. But what's the media going to say for the upcoming earnings? I had put that we would get around 152 million this net income this Q2 earnings. It's looking like it's going to be a lot less because Bitcoin has come down, earnings from that has come down, but it doesn't matter to me. We're still going to have like $100 million profit, I believe, and it really doesn't matter to me because Ryan Cohen has shown us the transition of where GameStop is headed, and you can see the profit, the margins of what we're doing. Split seconds, we're getting 30-something %, 40% margins off of the power packs. It's a 24/7 trading thing. I don't know how it's going to work around the world. International shipping, you can ship internationally to some places. I saw it on the website. But what's going to happen? People are going to look at the revenue. Maybe revenue will decline. Maybe it'll be right at this level over here, depending on how much profit we get from power packs or whatever it is. If it declines, they're going to say top line revenue is going down. So look it up. Just look it up. When a business is shrinking, when a business is strategically shrinking to become more efficient, like decreasing SG&A costs, you want to look at net margins. You want to look at net income and gross margin. Is net income increasing? Is gross margin increasing? Is earnings per share increasing? Yes, yes, and yes. You can check off all the boxes for a turnaround. Everything that's relative when you're dealing with the company that's shrinking its footprint. So what else? We're getting into high margin revenue. Look at this. Look at this news.
So when we think of investing, we think stocks, bonds, even crypto. But what about Pokemon cards? As we've seen, what's old is becoming new again, and there is a card craze going on at the moment, as are Victor Williams speaking with collectors who are just trying to catch them all.
Well, if you're anything like me, you probably set these cards down one day and they were never seen again. But if you're actually able to find them, you just might be sitting on a gold mine.
No way.
Long lines, empty shelves, the demand for Pokemon cards right now is at an all-time high.
It is pretty normal. It's a weekly occurrence for a lot of collectors and kids who can't get their hands on items, so they're forced to wait out in the morning.
Retailers are struggling to keep products on the shelves, some now issuing limits. Cards found in this Pokemon machine at Kroger's all across the country are also mostly empty.
No one could have seen this coming. You know, now you got celebrities collecting, athletes, actors, everyone, you name it, is collecting.
Some of the hype surrounding these cards is the fact that nowadays they're worth thousands of dollars, some of them at least. But if you grew up in the 90s or early 2000s when Pokemon was just beginning, there's a chance you could be sitting on an even bigger jackpot in your basement.
I had a whole book, you know, we had the holographic, the Japanese cards, you know, all of that.
We spoke to people all over the city, and it's clear there are many former Pokemon fans out there that may not even know what they're sitting on at home.
Pokemon helped me with my imagination a lot. I was a fan of a lot of like the way those creatures look. Charizard is like one of my favorite Gengars. Look, hold on, let me show you.
Oh, what you got there?
This is my debit card, actually.
Oh, look at that. Turns out those old cards can be worth a lot of money. For example, if Nissa Holton had a real version of this Charizard debit card in pristine condition, it would be worth $20,000.
I don't know about you guys, but I had that card. I had multiple of that card, and it's all gone. It may be somewhere. It may be somewhere in a box somewhere. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure my parents got rid of it at a yard sale. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the person that has my binder full of Blastoise, Venusaurs, all of them, all the Hollows, all the Charizards, everything, and it's just by chance I was collecting them. You know, I used to go to flea markets with my father when I was younger, like out in the country, and like pick these things up. Maybe some of them were fake, but I ripped the Charizard. Guaranteed. I have multiple of these. I don't even know what condition it would be in, but if I still have it, it's just in a binder.
Maybe I could trick somebody into giving me $20,000 if I traded my debit card.
Jonathan Franco, the co-owner of Hidden Gems Card Shop in Shelby Township, says the amount of valuable cards coming in and out of the shop is skyrocketing.
We're in a bubble, and it's not slowing down. This prices keep going crazier. It's more popular now than it's ever been.
Even card sets like this from the late 90s are going for over 50 grand.
Back then, this box only costs around $99, but currently today it's worth around $16,500. And the reason behind that is because it's first edition and they didn't produce that many. It's a limited print run, basically. There's not that many out there.
You can also check out eBay.com.
The point of that is just to say we're in a market with high margins. There's large demand for it, sold out all the time. GameStop is constantly bringing people into the stores. What, Fridays and Saturdays? I think it's Saturdays are the releases now. They always have something there. I was there on what was it, Wednesday, and they had the Japanese boxes for like $140 and $80. That's a little too pricey for me, but it's like 30 packs of Japanese Team Rocket Japanese box, whatever it was, 5 cards each. The other one was the white. What was it? The white and black one? I can't remember now. But we always have something available over there, and we're always bringing people in. Now we're gonna have a whole new wave of pro members. The thing is, Ryan Cohen, we're gonna make so much money, man. Make so much money. For real. We always got deals for pro members, trade-ins, PSA trade-ins. I don't trade in my card. All these Jaden Daniels cards. It's Caitlin Clark. I don't know what to do with them. 8, Drake May 9. I'm gonna crack this open. All the Drake. Caleb Williams, I think, is a 10. They gave me a 9. I just got a bunch of cards over here. But like I said, I only want PSA. GameStop deals with PSA. I can't stand how other places like Arena Club gives their own grades out. That gives them more incentive to give a 10. The graded a 10, they can sell it for more, put it in a higher pack, get more cash. Yeah. So GameStop, PSA, eBay, all working in concert, all amazing. Nat Turner, you saw how he said he'll grade anything Ryan Cohen touches. That's because Ryan Cohen is flawless. He does his research for everything. He truly has to understand every part, every aspect of whatever he's dipping his toes into. I feel like he wants to become an expert with everything he puts his mind to. That's how I think. Like, if I'm gonna do something, I have to know the ins and outs. What can go wrong? Your risk tolerance. You have a risk tolerance. You have to know how risky it is. He's over here protecting everybody's money, your money, my money, and he invests his own money in the company. Doesn't pay himself anything. He's protecting our money like it's his. That's what it is. I'm going out with a couple Larry Cheng tweets. It's a beautiful thing when this guy loves to talk. He loves to talk, by the way. But I mean, it's good. I like it. I like to know the mindset of who's on the board of directors of GameStop. It's a beautiful thing when the value of investments in customer service, product, marketing, business development, recruiting, and technology are all materially compounding together simultaneously. It often means higher heights are reached faster than anyone's expectation. So, to me, he's obviously talking about GameStop. I'm not going to read into like tinfoil or anything, but he's talking about customer service. And Ryan Cohen, he comes from customer service. Why? Because his father raised him, and his father was all about customer service. He always guaranteed, instilled in him, like I know his father and him, right? He always instilled in him. You got two customers. One's offering a ton of money. One, I even forgot the analogy. One has less money, but you make the customer happy. You know? Oh yeah, it's like a one-time sale. You get more money, or the other guy you get less money, but the customer leaves happy. You always pick the one where the customer leaves happy because he'll continuously come back, and over the customer's lifespan of the customer, you're going to get more money from that happier person. So this is one other thing, another aspect of GameStop that I just want to say, because this is the customer service he's talking about. We have knowledgeable people behind the counter, friendly people, people that are part of the collecting community, where they can put their knowledge in. I remember I bought some game for my son. What's up? Go get one then. Go look. Bunch of stuff. Yeah. Son asking for a snack. But here you go. By the way, talking about inflation, stuff is so expensive, man. I went to Wegmans the other day. Price is like, I'm just buying snacks. It's like $100 out of my pocket. one gold pack. But here you go. This is the other aspect of GameStop. It's the customer service where his dad instilled in him, and he's never going to lose that. That's why Chewy was wildly successful. It's because of the customer service. You don't look at, I mean, you look at the numbers, but you don't look at it. You go to please the customer, and there'll be repeat customers over and over and over. This whole Pokemon thing, pro members are able to get two. We're getting the scalpers in on our pro memberships. We're gonna make money five ways sideways. But this is the aspect never to lose sight of for our business. You go to Walmart, you go to Target, you want to buy a video game. I mean, you want some input. The glass case is not going to talk back to you, but GameStop employees will.
Whatever you make it.
Lollipop chainsaw.
Yeah.
What's the craziest game you guys have all ever played?
What's the parameters of crazy?
Whatever you make it.
Lollipop chainsaw.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
It's a classic.
It is phenomenally fun. You play as a cheerleader. Your boyfriend's head get chopped off. You run around killing zombies with a freaking chainsaw. You actually have an achievement if you try and look under her skirt.
Oh, so why this one? Why this one? I'm curious, who's your biggest inspiration?
Video games wise, probably my pops. My dad had me playing video games as far back as I can remember. My hands have touched every single controller ever made.
If I paint you, could I bring it back here some other time and give it to you and make a video of it?
Yes. My guy, why do we have this?
I don't know. I saw it come in.
When did this come in?
This is one of those things that you gameplay with your friends. That's just funny. That's just an example of like GameStop's customer service, right? Just laughing and joking with people, and that's always happening when you go to GameStop. You know, the glass case is not going to do that to you. You know, good luck finding someone to get something out of that glass case. And if you find someone, they're probably going to be like, "I don't have the key. I'll call someone." Then they'll disappear into the back, and you never see them again. But yeah, I hear you, man. Jay Crispy, got some PSA cards through mail, basketball, and Pokemon today. I've not collected in years. I bought some for my coworkers to spread the love of GameStop. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. They're getting like me back into collecting, right? Because I would have never done this if GameStop didn't do it. But I like it. I enjoy it. Very pleased. All my PSA cards came not damaged, well protected through the mail. But recently bought card boxes. One came through fine, other damaged. So you guys know. PSA cards through the mail, good through GameStop in the mail, no problem. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, you know that's the thing about like customer service. Complain, see how it goes. Are they willing to just swap it out and give you a new one right away, no questions asked? Guaranteed, you know? I don't know. Was the box damaged? The shipping box damaged? Whatever it may be. But yeah, PSA cards through the mail, good. Yeah, I honestly I buy boxes and stuff to support GameStop. Like I think this weekend I'm gonna open one of these EV surprise boxes. Because I kind of want to see if I got the Umbreon, the black Umbreon in here. That's like $800. But I mean, my daughter has a box too. One of these boxes are my daughter's. I was like, just keep it, buy it, hold on. I'm teaching her about investing in different money. Put your money in, you'll see it grow. Different things. So she loves EVs, so she got one to open and one she's going to keep to herself. I don't want to create a degenerate, you know. So I got to tread very carefully with like how I send this to, you know. I'm always like, just like the cards because you like the card. Don't like it because it's worth this much or whatever it is. But this is the last thing I really want to play on the way out. Talk about. Here, Larry. This is my favorite tweet of Larry Chang's because this was so clear cut, and that he's describing GameStop. And I don't do tinfoil. None of the Teddy connecting the clock times, the hours, and how many, whatever things are on Ryan Cohen's children's shirts, all of that, whatever. But here, I'm just gonna read it. But I highlighted the main points. I'll just read the phases. You start with high revenue growth, high burn rate. Then you realize due to market conditions that you need to get profitable. That was prior when GameStop was being tanked. You drive for operating leverage. You cut operating expenses. We've done that. SG&A, everything. Inefficient marketing spend, head count. We shrunk the stores. Okay. all out of focus, enhancing gross margins, pricing, cost of goods sold, shipping. We've done all of that. We brought shipping in-house, right? Shipping in-house, closed the fulfillment centers. Cost of goods sold, we're getting to higher margin products, gross margins, and pricing. Our pricing is very competitive. You focus on improving phase 3. Focus on improving working capital dynamics. Renegotiate with vendors, suppliers, manufacturers to enhance payment terms, improve cash. Done. You clean up the balance sheet, optimize inventory, renegotiate, finance debt, which we have none of. Try and solidify cash. How about $9 billion? You know, or if you want to take the 4.2 billion away, you want to say convertible notes because that's debt. Okay, cool. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. Let's just say 4.8 billion in cash GameStop has and no debt. I'll just say that. $4.8 billion in cash and no debt. Put the convertible notes aside, even though we're making money off of them. During these 4 phases, revenue is declining year over year, sometimes materially, because you're comping against prior quarters with heavy marketing spend. This is why the ugly teenage phase, it looks ugly if all you're looking at is the top line. But they're usually good signs. So what we're seeing in GameStop is the nerdy girl take out the clip of her hair. She's about to take her glasses off and shake her hair, you know, and like fluff up her hair. Like, that's what's about to happen with GameStop. Marketing and sales efficiency is improving. All OPEX lines are decreasing as a percentage of revenue. 100%. That's exactly what's happening. Revenue is declining year over year, but you've achieved profitability. That's where we're at right now. At this phase, you are still ugly to the world because revenue is declining. But the end of the teenage year is on the horizon. He's telling you right now it's on the horizon. Maintaining profitability and returning year over year revenue growth by investing some of your own cash back into growth. Step happens in four steps. Sequential quarter-over-quarter gross margin growth. Doing that right now. Quarter-over-quarter revenue growth. Year-over-year margin growth. Let's just take a look. Where are we at? Annual gross margin. Oh, yeah. Year-over-year gross margin growth, 22, 23, 24, 29, and expect that to bump up to like 34 coming up next. So GameStop is looking good, and we're checking off every single box. This is my game plan for GameStop, what he said, year-over-year revenue growth. So the next thing that's coming with this Power Packs, with the full release, a whole year under the belt, is revenue growth now. We've scaled down, become more efficient. I need to bring up that interview Ryan Cohen did. It's just I got to go through all of his old interviews for Chewy. He talks about scaling back, scaling down. I think he talked about scaling down marketing spend, but he talked about scaling back, getting profitable, getting efficient, and then knowing when to scale up. So we're at the point where our gross margins are growing over time. We just need to see. I don't need to see, but we just need to see, according to that, see revenue start to grow, okay? Which we very well may see it grow right now. Because the pendulum's going to swing in the other way, like I said earlier. Our margins are growing. Where else? What else did he say? The revenue growth comes from the first, delivering real customer value, which we have the customer value. Pro membership value, $5 off. You get to get 2 Pokemon packs. We every single week we have Pokemon packs available. Pokemon cards available at GameStop. We have the dopamine hit you need on Power Packs. We have everything. Retro gaming. The retro gaming catalog is expanding over and over again. I always see stuff I want to buy. But I'm not. I got to be quiet, yo, because I'm probably going to get my kids probably the Switch 2, Christmas or something, for both of them. Quiet, because little sneaky kids get out behind here. But, yeah, we're, like, think about this, too. The whole other sides of the business, man. We got the Switch 2, all the profits from that. We got private label products, custom made. We were the first people to have custom made products for the Switch before it was even released, available for pre-order for pickup that day. I searched when the Switch 2 was released. I barely saw anything out there. I only saw the official Nintendo products and then GameStop's products over there. And everything else we have, private label, is competitively priced. Way better than Best Buy stuff. I don't even know. They're not even. They're selling white label stuff. Something that somebody else has designed. Their profit margins are minimal. GameStop is going to have higher profit margins on that stuff on private label products because we took the design into our own hands. You know, the research and development of it, or at least outsource it to someone else, or however it worked out. But that's the difference between private label and white label products. Where else are we at? Efficient marketing spend, introducing new products. We are doing that. We're definitely doing that. Expanding new channels. Doing that now. Reactivating churn customers. Oh, yeah, let's get some more pro memberships for the PSA grading because that's a deal. You no longer have to pay $150 a year to PSA. You can just get a GameStop Pro membership, get your $5 coupon, and get it graded. It's great for the casual people, and it's great for the people that love to come in, you know, because the whole tracking system, taking pictures of everything. I've barely heard of any issues, and when there's issues, it gets resolved. The pricing, I was just talking about that. Pricing is way more competitive than it's ever been before. Defending the base of loyal customers. GameStop's loyal customers are pro members. Pro members can get double the packs. I'm gonna go get double the packs, but I rip it open on the stream for you guys. Do I have another one? I didn't even know. Is this open? Nope. See, I didn't even know I have this up here. I just need time, man. I need time. Do this stuff, rip this stuff open, but I don't think I'll ever be someone that'll like hold on to boxes for a long time. It depends. It depends what it is, and if I have to. I'm not trying to be greedy and get a whole pile of boxes up here. But let's go ahead and see. The challenging part of this journey is the ugly period can last a long time, from phase 1 to 5. You don't get much of any credit. It's not until you hit that phase 6 that outsiders will believe in the company again. So what was phase 6? Maintaining profitability, returning year-over-year revenue growth. Okay, so that's the last thing. That's the last thing we have to check off, revenue growth. And I think we're right on the horizon of it. You saw, where did he talk about the horizon? Whatever, man. We're on the horizon of revenue growth. That's where we're at. GameStop's looking great year-over-year, quarter-over-quarter. Teaching your kids about money, collecting. You don't want to create, yeah, 100%. I never want to PSA cards through the mail, good through GameStop, no problems. Yeah, you know, and that's. I love PSA cards. I love the vault. My Pikachu PSA 10 will never get destroyed. It will never get destroyed because PSA has it, unless Ken Griffin burns the house. You know, like that other warehouse. But that's really what I have today. I just try to raise my kids to be everything that I was not taught. You know, because I guess I was a degenerate growing up. I don't know. I wasn't too bad. But I was definitely around things that were very, very bad. Yeah. But I think that's it. I'm going to be out here. I got to go make pizza. My daughter has singing lessons. Like, she needs one more thing to do. Because then I have to do it with her. You know, like, I was supposed to be off at 1 o'clock today because we had a half day for Labor Day. I had extra work, so I was working. And then my wife was like, I'll take them to the park down the street so you can work. I got a phone call. It's like, yo, can you drive? Can you come pick me up? So I'm like, all right. She's like, the baby's out here. The baby needs to take a nap. Come pick me up. I go to pick her up. She's like, all right, I'm going to walk home. Can you hang out with the kids for a little while? I'm like, I'm working. Like that. Like, I swear, working from home is the worst. Everybody thinks I'm just playing around. But I am live streaming, right? But I'm off work right now. But, yeah, I just need one more thing. My daughter's doing not even piano lessons. My son's about to do guitar, piano, whatever, man. So much stuff to do in life. But that's the reason why I don't want to be a day trader. I don't want to be a swing trader. I just want to be a GameStop investor till the end, man. Michael V, Jay Crispy, thank you for tuning in. Everybody else, man, thank you. Yo, Sergio, before I head out, I think they capped me. I think they capped my account because I'm trying to open one over here on the stream, and it's just loading and loading, or maybe it's going slow because I'm streaming. I don't know. But it won't allow me to because, you know, I got my broke-down computer. But I'm going to keep this broke-down computer because all that money, instead of buying a laptop, I can buy GameStop shares or Power Pack. I need to get away from this Power Pack thing. Just start dumping my money into GameStop shares. But whatever. We're straight. I'm good. It literally won't let me open it right now. And I've never had a problem. I think they kept my account. They're looking into me, yo. My kids are not home. Oh, shoot, my bad. Yeah, you know how it goes. I was waiting in line with my kids for a Pokemon pack, and this dude was like watching something on YouTube, and it's just curse words left, right, up, down, and like my kids are standing right next to him. I had to be like, bro, don't you have some headphones or something? You turn that off. Respect all the children around you, you grown ass child. But yeah, for real, not even playing. People have no respect, and I'm over here playing this song. But anyways, guys, unfortunately, it just keeps loading for me. I think they capped me. They won't allow me to open it. Till next time, man. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. Peace. I'll try to do an opening of like an EV box or something over the weekend. Application error. Client side. Yeah, it's my side. See? It's my fault. I think it's because I'm streaming. Too many resources, yo. Selling sports truck, putting 10,000 in GameStop. Yo, I'm telling you right now. Hopefully my job is to watch this joint, but I'm leaving my freaking job, taking all my retirement money, and just dumping it into GameStop. Clip that, Meltdown. Peace.